Hey guys, it's your girl Remedy and I'm coming at you with a very quick video on how to minimize and reduce the shedding of hair. Now, as I said in my previous video, 50 to 100 hairs shed a day is normal. You know that a hair is shed if it has a small white bulb at the end, and they tend to be really quite long, so they've gone through their natural growth, rest, and then now they've shedded, and that's a normal cycle. Now, there's things that you can do to minimize the shedding of your hair. The first thing that I would recommend is using MSM. Now, I've talked in depth about MSM and its benefits in my Grow Out Oil review video. Basically what MSM does is it actually prolongs the stage of the growth of hair. So hair goes through growth, rest, shed, and so it prolongs the amount of time that hair stays in the growing stage, and then basically puts off the actual shedding of the hair, so it decreases the rate at which you shed. The other thing which is amazing is the black tea rinses. Now you can get some just a standard English breakfast tea or Earl Grey tea, and you can brew it. And basically what you need to do is, in hot water, leave about 5 to 8 bags of a tea to just literally brew overnight. If you want to make it super amazing, you can put in like a teaspoon of henna or amla, and after you shampoo your hair, before you put your deep conditioner in, put that bad boy throughout your hair. I mean, it's going to have a strengthening effect on your whole hair, but in them roots, massage it in. Those follicles will be loving it, girls, seriously. So put your tea rinse through your hair from the roots, and then allow it to sit in your hair. I mean, drain off the excess and just allow it to sit in your hair for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and then no need to rinse. Just then follow up with your deep conditioner, leave it in for half hour, 2 hours, however long, and then wash it out, and that will really help to minimize the shedding of hair. The other thing that can cause the shedding of hair is a lack of vitamins and minerals, particularly iron and particularly the B complex. So make sure you're taking a multivitamin. I'm not into excessive vitamins because you're just going to shed through urinating the excess vitamins. There's really no point in taking excess, but make sure that your body is topped up and that you do have a balanced diet. One very famous remedy is garlic. Now, I found that when I first started using garlic, it was very effective, but with prolonged use, I found it to be not as effective. So it's one of those things that is worth taking a break from if the shedding problem has been resolved. There's no need to keep taking it. Shedding problem resolved, stop taking your garlic. And you can get odorless garlic. You don't need to be going around smelling like a vampire slayer or anything like that. So yes, odorless garlic supplements taken every day really do help with the shedding of hair. Now, I've only said the things that have worked for me. Obviously, out there are going to be other remedies, and I know of other remedies, but they haven't been things that I have tried myself. These things that I've listed and stated have really worked for me, so I highly recommend them. Please guys, if you've tried any of them, let me know below. Did they work? Was this video useful? Have you solved some massive crisis? Obviously, if you've got a hormonal imbalance, sometimes being on the contraceptive pill, or sometimes just after pregnancy, or due to illness, or treatments for things like cancer, depending on which of the above, this might not work for you. Now, that being said, when my sister was postpartum, she experienced terrible loss of hair at the front, like literally her hairline was going back, her hair was thinning out, and her hair was just literally coming out in clumps, like, you know, like a cat. It was just literally just coming out. And she called me, she's like, oh my gosh, what should I do? And in my heart of hearts, I was panicking. I was like, oh my gosh, I really, really hope this is going to work for her. And I knew that if anything was going to work, it was going to be MSM, it was going to be oils and vitamins. And I got her straight onto that well woman. She was, because when she was pregnant, she was great about taking, like, you know, her supplements for pregnancy. And then after that, she was like, well, it's just me. I can just go back to being how I was before. So I got her onto that well woman, and I got her taking MSM every day. And she started with 1/4 teaspoon, which is about 1,000 milligrams for the variety that she was using, and she kind of worked her way up from there. And I also got her to use grow out oil, and I basically got her to put 1/4 teaspoon into the container, give it a good shake, and then use that in the affected areas every day. So when she went to her hairstylist, she literally couldn't believe it. She was like, what have you done? Like, seriously, your hair is completely turned around. And she had her little baby hairs all started growing back, and you could see the thickness returning. And I was just like, yes. So if you are experiencing problems postpartum, try grow out oil. And it doesn't have to be grow out oil. I mean, you could use castor oil. That was a jojoba oil. You could use castor oil. That's also really good for thickening hair, and you could put MSM into there. I would patch test just to make sure that you're not sensitive to MSM in your scalp, because some people are. It makes them a bit itchy. So yeah, castor oil or castor oil plus MSM can really, really help with thickening and reducing the shedding of hair. So guys, I really hope you found this useful. If you have, please like, please subscribe, please comment below. Have you experienced issues with shedding? Is there anything particular that you are really, really keen to try? Happy hair journey. Bye.